Welcome back. 2007, I think. Maybe 2008, but I think 2007 GMC Envoy. It's got a parasitic draw. Battery will go dead in a couple days. So I spoke to a friend of mine. Spoke to him about it, and bought this car, and everyday usage, never see a problem. And then when the all this virus stuff started happening, and the car's not getting driven, sits for a couple days and goes dead. Charges back up, it's fine. Sits for a couple days, goes dead again. It looks like it's got a parasitic draw. I'm going to show you how I diagnose this, at least initially, and then once we figure out what's going, more get a better idea of what's going on, we'll go from there. But let's go over to the fuse box. I'll show you what I did. This car's been sitting. Newer cars, they have to sit before the computers go to sleep in them. You can't test them, and some of them are really hard. This one's not too bad. This has been sitting for an hour or two at least, so I'm not real concerned with anything being on that should be on, basically, and drawing. Some cars takes longer, but this one should be okay. Let's go take a look. The first thing, battery is charged. I had it on a charger overnight. And to get it back up, you want the battery to be charged. Make sure the battery's okay. I did check this with my tester, and the battery's okay. We're looking at the fuse box on the driver's side under the hood. I'm going to go in there and just show you what I do. And I did this already once, so I know where to go. But I'm just going to explain to you. I've got this on millivoltage, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go across each fuse. So this is a 10 amp fuse, and if you watch that, let me zoom you in on that. Let me zoom you in a little bit here. So let me get a fuse and just show you. I'm going to take this fuse right here, maybe this 10 amp fuse right here. I'm going to go one probe on one side, one probe on the other, and then I'm going to watch the reading. Like 0 millivolts, virtually nothing at all. That's what I'm doing now. I'm going in on either side like that. Let me back up and show you the meter. There's the meter, so you can see that's just millivolts from the meter itself. But I'll connect it to a circuit, it'll change. So I'm going to go right at the one. I went through all the fuses basically and checked them. There's a chart at Power Probe has, and I'll try to remember to link it into the in the description of this video, where you can read how much current is going through a circuit based on looking at the millivolts going through a fuse. So I'm going to go to this 10 amp fuse right here, and you're going to look at that. 0.2, virtually nothing. Let me go to another 10 amp. Go to that one. Same thing. Now I'm going to go to this one. Watch what happens. 2.4 millivolts. So that's really high. So I look that up on a chart. That's over 300 milliamps of current through that circuit. So in a couple days, it's going to drain it. So you want to be, I would say, under 50. Most cars probably under 30 or 20 total. This one circuit is drawing about 320, 2.3, 2.4. That's about 320 milliamps of current through that circuit, and it's the instrument cluster. So is the instrument cluster bad? I don't know yet. What I do know is I think this problem's been here since he's owned this car, since he's had it. Let me back you up. And it has an aftermarket radio in it that doesn't work. Aftermarket stuff. I'm going to go with the radio first, honestly. If I can get that radio out easily without having to tear half the car apart, if it's just a real simple, I'm going to pull it and disconnect it and see if it makes a difference, because any aftermarket stuff is always suspect, especially when it's not working. I don't know what they did in there. I don't know what they hooked it to, but I've seen, not myself, but read and on forums stuff where some aftermarket things like radios, if they're not right, they're not done right, they can cause other things in the car not to go to sleep. So is the instrument cluster not going to sleep because it has a problem internally, or is it not going to sleep and drawing current because something else has been installed incorrectly? I don't know yet. So we're going to go look at that. I want to see how, I don't know how hard this radio is to get out. It's real easy. I'm just going to take it out and disconnect it, and then we'll come back, let the car sit for a while. It's got to sit and go to sleep again because I'm going to open the doors, and you do stuff like that, it turns things back on. And then we're going to come back and do another reading. Well, 5 or 10 minutes later, there's the stereo. There's the adapter and everything that was wired in. All right, let's test this again. That's just the meter. That's my meter, and you jump around. But I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to now that I knocked it out of your line of sight here. There we go. I'm going to go back to another 10. Ah, look at that. So close. So close. How about we go there? All right. Just trying to pull it off those. I'm going to go back to another 10 amps. 10 amp. Yeah, 10 amp fuse. All right. Let's watch it. 0. Right. All right. Now we're going to go to the circuit, the IPC circuit. Come on. Nothing. It's asleep. So it's not the instrument cluster that's bad, is the aftermarket radio. Why? I have no idea because I didn't put the radio in, so I really don't know what it is. So, but that's what's causing the problem.